So, one of the most unusual things that I began to notice when I started to do readings was that I would ask to be shown that which would serve the highest good of my clients. And I did that every single time I was doing readings. And what would happen is I would receive guidance and messages from loved ones who had crossed over, or helping spirits and insights from what's called the Akashic records, the record of the soul, the ethereal record of the soul. And in that experience, I would notice that whoever was coming in or whatever guidance was showing up was actually coming in to provide some kind of healing, transmutation, and a higher service that might even be known to me or the client at the time. And I would watch what would happen is that whoever was coming in, when the client would receive the message, the spirit from the other side would receive a healing of some kind. Their soul would start to fill with light, and then they would elevate and start to transition to a higher plane in the on the other side, in the upper world or the divine realms, heaven, however you want to refer to it. And then what I saw was the same thing would happen with my client. So I would watch either some imprinted energies or energies that didn't belong in the energy field surrounding my client that would also change. And I would see a transformation in their energy field occur. And what I would notice is that their energy would get lighter and more expansive, and like more of their own soul's essence would start to shine through in their energy field. And this would happen in response to the spirit coming in, relaying their specific message, sometimes not even necessarily one that a client expected to hear or wanted to hear or believed they even needed to hear. And my client would receive it. And so there's multiple things that had to happen. The message getting relayed, the reception of the message, and then it being received in the heart and in their being, in their soul, and they're allowing themselves to receive it. And then once that occurred, it was like a karmic lift. So then the spirit on the other side was healing some karma, whether it was directly influenced by the interaction with the client or not in their life, or it was because they had affected others in their life and or influenced the way their life had turned out, either directly or indirectly. And then the other facet that I noticed was that my client would then feel some kind of transformation. I could literally see cellular shifts, DNA sometimes shifting in my clients, chills. And this resulted in my understanding of my service, and the way that my guides refer to it is very different than what people call mediumship. So mediumship tends to be evidence-based delivery of message from spirit to a client so that they can say, yep, my loved one is there, they love me, and these are the evidence-based messages that allow me to know that life continues and that they really care about me, and this is how they're showing up. That's a very important facet of what I do, but it isn't the essence of what I do. And the essence of what I do has to do more with healing and transmutation on a soul level for both the spirit and the client. And when that occurs, I've done what I came to do. And so that evidence-based mediumship is a facet of it, but really the essence of what I do is what's called shamanic mediumship. And that means bringing the world of spirit in to service the healing for all concerned. And so that's what I love, what I get to do and be a part of that. It's very different because it's not really the norm out there in terms of the typical mediumship, but and it's really challenged my own understanding of Like, where do I fit in this whole scheme of things? But I feel very honored and humbled to do this, and love that I get to show up and serve clients in spirit in this way. So thank you for allowing me to do that and explain that. And that's really the role that I play in service of the highest good of my clients and our community and the world of spirit. So